Oh, yuck. It went down to my pinky nail. I was going to say, it really made the nail look gross too. Okay, so I'm going to use this color Haze. And I'm using a Sigma E55. And this is just a very nice creamy white. And it just lifts the brow a little bit to put this color under the brow. It wakes up the inner corner to put this in the inner corner. Just wakes it up. And I'm going to go ahead and just dust this across, to be honest with you. My eye completely, just to kind of cancel out any blue that I have going today before I even put on the rest of my makeup. My eyeshadow, I mean. So again, just go under the brow real good, back and forth. That just helps lift the brow and just kind of bring it down. And especially the inner corner and across the lid. And then just back up to kind of powder things out. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Sorry, I didn't just need to overly sniff there. All right, now for the color that is going to be in my crease, I'm going down here to the color Soul. It's darker, and I'm using an E50 from Sigma. But I'm just kind of in the mood to go dark back here. And then up just a little. And that's it for there. And I've kind of done this out of order. Y'all know normally I'm kind of coming up in the crease just a little bit, but normally I lay down my transition color earlier. And I didn't do that this time. I don't know why. I guess because I just felt like changing it up a little today. That's also very dark to be using that like a transition color. I didn't count on that being that dark. So I'm going to actually clean that off and use the color Free Spirit, which was next to Boho. That was more peach, and let's just see how this does. Does that help blend that out? Oh, it certainly does. Very nicely, actually. It's got a little bit of a kind of champagne gold to it. So it definitely blends this edge, you know, between the transition right there. Between the crease and the brow transition area. Like I said, this is a very nice kind of gold tint. And so it's kind of blending that darker color very nicely. I'll just bring that in a little bit, and that kind of almost blended it out without having to use a blender. So that's a blender brush, so that's kind of nice. I don't think I'd do that again. And I've got on a white shirt, so hope this works. There we go. Still also very interesting how this is working. And let me just kind of see about flicking off any fallout. I don't really see any, but that's good. Okay, so now let's take a blending brush. And this is an E35 from Sigma. And I'm just going to blend edges really good. Right there in the front, just so there's not a line at my nose. And then right there where we blended, and right here on the edges. Right there in the transition area, blend, and then right on the edges. And that just makes sure there's no lines. And then if you feel like, did you get too far back, just use the fatty part. I always said the fatty part is actually the meatiest muscle part of your hand. And I'll literally just do that and I'll wipe it off my hand. Because that definitely kind of blends the face makeup and the eye makeup together, even after I blend that edge with a blending brush. So, done with that. And now I'm going to be using, I don't know if it's just this candle or powder in the room, or if it's nothing. I don't know. But I'm using this. And I'm using the color that's darker here, Stargazer. And I'm going to use that as an under eye liner. I'm leaning forward so it doesn't hit my cream colored sweater underneath here. Might just bring that up a little in this outer V area. Just a little bit. Just a touch. You can see it's very, very little of it. But just enough. Again, I'm leaning forward. And I'm just running this through the lashes. Now, what this does is it just, especially once you add mascara to this, it just kind of makes the lashes look, you know, it's kind of filling in any skin color. And so it just kind of helps the lashes look thicker, I guess you would say. And I'm just, again, going to fill that in there and here. It just kind of gives it a little depth. So I think I like this better when I don't expect so much from it. I was expecting real rose tones, and this just has more peach tone to it, in my personal opinion. Also, if I wanted to, I could just run this through the brow a little bit, especially in the front here, to kind of fill that in a little bit. I felt like I didn't have a real good filler in my brow, because that's a little bit darker color, and we used a darker color, and this is powder, and that was not powder. Oops, hold on, let me just make sure I didn't overdo that right there. And let's try shaping that a little better. There we go. Because I do have more hairs right there on the top end. What's interesting is I have a little balding place right there. It happens, ladies. It happens as you get older. It's just part of life. It does stink. It really does. You feel like you're practically building your whole face on. And at some point, I may just kind of accept it and say, not doing it anymore, y'all. I'm not a makeup girl anymore. I doubt that will happen, though, but just so you know. And I also, that being said, I feel like that charcoal gray was definitely not dark enough. And I'm going to add here to my waterline the No Tug Gel Liner from IT Cosmetics. Waterproof, water resistant, and I just feel like it does great. And also I like now to use it as a what am I trying to say, tight liner. So I just lift the skin up right there and right at the base of the lashes, just color it in. And it's a slight difference, but I like it. Again, you right here, you just lift like that. Okay, so I'm going to lift up. And I'm trying to let you see, I'm literally right through the lashes. Just going through them, and it just makes it dark, the lashes darker. Let's see, when you look at it straight on, it almost looks like you have a mascara, only I don't have anything on my lashes yet. When I do, I am going to use the Colossal Big Shot. I haven't used this in a while, and I really like it. I need to find my, what did I do with my cloth? There it is over there. Sorry, y'all. I needed my little makeup cloth because, ooh, it needs to be cleaned. Usually after a couple of days of use, because I just usually like wipe my hands, but it needs to be done. I need to do my eyelash curler, then my liner, then my mascara. That order is best. Just because if you curl your lashes afterwards, it almost always, unless your liner is fully dried out, it takes it right back off. And I'm going to just give this a few seconds. Literally, when you place the metal band on your lid with this open, and you just give it slight pressure, it will pop your eyelashes right up. Let it out a little bit. Oops. Let it out just a little bit and curl them back more. And it makes it very easy to curl your lashes. Very important afterwards to always wipe that off. Because for one thing, you've got eyeshadow on, you've got all kinds of like primers or moisturizers, anything that's moist, and you don't want to put that back on your eye. So it's always best to make sure you use not tissues, you use a cloth, because tissues will leave residues. Cloth will leave some, but not near as bad as a tissue will. so that you put this back clean. Otherwise it will harden, and that's not good. And the fact that there's something there to harden should tell you needed to do it. Okay, I need to get my little bangsies out of the way here as I do. Yeah, that's very dark looking brows for me. They're kind of black looking, which doesn't go. A darker brown looks better, but I'll leave it for today. I do like this eyeshadow better, y'all, than the initial with the peach. I like the colors today better. What do y'all think? I do. I think it looks much better. Okay, so now I'm going to put on a little liner, a little liquid liner. What do we got handy? Oh, there is one of those glittery kinds. What needs to be in there? Hold on, I'm looking. Why can't I find any? We'll use this. And this is the Tartist. I'm just going to do a little tiny wing. Both sides. There we go. And kind of fill it down, fill it in. And then I literally lay it at the base of the lashes to make sure I fill in any color. That's all this is really here to do. Oops, out came one of my lashes. It must have been time. You know, people say, do you pull your eyelashes out with your mascara, or if you wear makeup you're going to do that? Y'all, your lashes come out, your hairs come out all day. Every day a certain amount of them you lose. And they are growing back at all times, so they replenish. As we get older, I think it's harder for them to grow back, and thus not as much replenishment. And therefore we see a balding, what we think is a balding effect. So it's just where it's not growing in as much. You're still losing them, but you're not growing them back in like you used to. A lot of things change as you age that aren't like you used to. And that's just, it is hard sometimes. Y'all just accidentally made two little wings there, so now I'm going to make two here. There. That's alright. It's kind of cute. Looks like a couple little lashes now. Sometimes this doesn't always connect well. And my skin moves. You know, it's not taut anymore, so it moves.